Hey everybody, welcome to Active Self-Protection Extra. We are starting to really function test this HKCC9 and really make sure that it is going to work well as a defensive gun. I definitely recommend that. We'll talk about that in another video. But what you're gonna see here is I am function testing my defensive rounds with it today, which these are Federal HSTs in 124 grain. Now, when I am carrying my regular gun, my P30, I am carrying it with 147 grain. So today, just a quick brief primer on why I would choose a different bullet weight or even a different round for a little bitty gun like this.
Today's video is brought to us by Mantis. The Mantis family of products is integral to ASP staff building handgun and carbine skills and are your most economical and fastest path to improvement in your skills too. Whether you choose the X10, the Laser Academy, the Blackbeard, or use them all in concert, they will help your practice be more effective, efficient, and fun. Go check them out, pick up a unit, and thank them for sponsoring today's video.
Thank you to C2 for letting us come and shoot and giving us a bay today. Always grateful to them for the space to do so. Come on down and shoot, guys. We're here in this particular one in Scottsdale, Arizona. It's my home range. I'm here all the time. Come say hi, would you? Now, I'm function testing this HKCC9. Love this little gun. Really liking it at the start. Right now, we've got 150 rounds through it. It's not ready to be carried yet. We'll talk about that on a separate video. But I am testing my defensive rounds. I had to go buy some defensive rounds because in my P30, which I normally carry every day, I carry 147 grain HSTs, but this guy has a shorter barrel. This is a 3.3 inch barrel on the CC9 as opposed to the 4-inch barrel in the P30. And because of that, when you go to the tiny barrel, if you go on Lucky Gunner's website and go to their ballistic labs, right? They have tested and shot into the jello so many defensive rounds. Like, they have spent so much money doing this, okay? And props to them for that. I love it. I think it's a fantastic resource. And once you know how to interpret those results and what they mean, they can really help you, all right? I love the 147 grain standard pressure rounds in the 4-inch barreled guns, because they penetrate that 15 to 18 inches really, really well, and they expand wonderfully. But what we find in the little bitty tiny guys is that these HSTs, the 147 grains, because they don't get quite the velocity, they tend to under-penetrate a skosh. Now, they're still within the 12 to 18 inches, but I'd like them to be within that 15 to 18. And 4 out of the 5 that they shot were under that. They were around 13 inches, and then 1 penetrated significantly more at about 19 inches. So the 124s, on the other hand, all penetrated to the right distance and still got incredible expansion, like 0.67 inches on average. So that's a fantastic round. Now, you go to the ballistic labs to say, oh, okay, what would be the best round? I still think the best answer in a modern context is either HSTs or Spear Gold Dots. And if you're not carrying one of those two, I don't know why. And I don't have a relationship with Federal at all or Spear, and so I'm not getting paid to say that in any capacity. But I do think they perform the best by a pretty wide margin in terms of the combination of correct penetration with maximum expansion out of every different load. So we're gonna shoot these 124s. I did buy these on Lucky Gunner, by the way, and I will tell you, man, one of the things that I found recently is that a lot of these online ammo sellers, and so I went around and looked around, right? And Lucky Gunner is a sponsor of the channel, so just be aware of that, right? But I went to all these other sellers looking for 50 round boxes of 124 grain HSTs, and they're out there, they're around, but their shipping got to be egregiously expensive, like 50 bucks to ship a 50 round box, which is, it's immoral, okay? So I did buy 3 of these 20 round boxes on Lucky Gunner because they shipped them to me for 11 bucks, all right? Now, plus the cost of the ammo, right? But it was $11 worth of shipping instead of $50 worth of shipping, which I was mad about. The other guys. And so I love Lucky Gunner, ships fast, in stock, good stuff. They've been a sponsor of the channel for years. We love them. I can't link to them because the bots and the YouTubes will get all mad, but you're smart, right? You can stick it to the man and find them and just look them up. So we're gonna put some of this through that. That's why we're doing 124 grain. Next video, we'll start to shoot them and see what their point of aim is.